Zechariah, chapter 1. In the 8th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, Yahweh's word came to Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet, saying, Yahweh was very displeased with your fathers. Therefore tell them, Yahweh of armies says, Return to me, says Yahweh of armies, and I will return to you, says Yahweh of armies. Don't you be like your fathers, to whom the former prophets proclaimed, saying, Yahweh of armies says, Return now from your evil ways and from your evil doings. But they didn't hear, nor listen to me, says Yahweh. Your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? But my words and my decrees, which I commanded my servants the prophets, didn't they overtake your fathers? Then they repented and said, Just as Yahweh of armies determined to do to us, according to our ways and according to our practices, so he has dealt with us. On the 24th day of the 11th month, which is the month Shebat, in the 2nd year of Darius, Yahweh's word came to Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet, saying, I had a vision in the night, and behold, a man riding on a red horse, and he stood among the myrtle trees that were in a ravine, and behind him there were red, brown, and white horses. Then I asked, My Lord, what are these? The angel who talked with me said to me,
I will show you what these are.
The man who stood among the myrtle trees answered,
They are the ones Yahweh has sent to go back and forth through the earth.
They reported to Yahweh's angel who stood among the myrtle trees and said,
We have walked back and forth through the earth, and behold, all the earth is at rest and in peace.
Then Yahweh's angel replied,
O Yahweh of armies, how long will you not have mercy on Jerusalem and on the cities of Judah, against which you have had indignation these 70 years?
Yahweh answered the angel who talked with me with kind and comforting words. So the angel who talked with me said to me,
Proclaim, saying, Yahweh of armies says, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. I am very angry with the nations that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, but they added to the calamity. Therefore, Yahweh says, I have returned to Jerusalem with mercy. My house shall be built in it, says Yahweh of armies, and a line shall be stretched out over Jerusalem. Proclaim further, saying, Yahweh of armies says, My cities will again overflow with prosperity, and Yahweh will again comfort Zion, and will again choose Jerusalem.
I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns. I asked the angel who talked with me, What are these? He answered me,
These are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem.
Yahweh showed me 4 craftsmen. Then I asked, What are these coming to do? He said,
These are the horns which scattered Judah, so that no man lifted up his head. But these have come to terrify them, to cast down the horns of the nations, which lifted up their horn against the land of Judah, to scatter it.
Chapter 2. I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, a man with a measuring line in his hand. Then I asked, Where are you going? He said to me,
To measure Jerusalem, to see what is its width and what is its length.
Behold, the angel who talked with me went out, And another angel went out to meet him, and said to him,
Run, speak to this young man, saying, Jerusalem will be inhabited as villages without walls, because of the multitude of men and livestock in it. For I, says Yahweh, will be to her a wall of fire around it, and I will be the glory in the middle of her. Come, come, flee from the land of the north, says Yahweh, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the sky, says Yahweh. Come, Zion, escape, you who dwell with the daughter of Babylon, for Yahweh of armies says, For honor he has sent me to the nations which plundered you. For he who touches you touches the apple of his eye. For, behold, I will shake my hand over them, and they will be a plunder to those who served them. And you will know that Yahweh of armies has sent me. Sing and rejoice, daughter of Zion, for, behold, I come, and I will dwell within you, says Yahweh. Many nations shall join themselves to Yahweh in that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell among you. And you shall know that Yahweh of armies has sent me to you. Yahweh will inherit Judah as his portion in the Holy Land, and will again choose Jerusalem. Be silent, all flesh, before Yahweh, for he has roused himself from his holy habitation.
Chapter 3. He showed me Joshua the high priest, standing before Yahweh's angel, and Satan standing at his right hand, to be his adversary. Yahweh said to Satan,
Yahweh rebuke you, Satan. Yes, Yahweh, who has chosen Jerusalem, rebuke you. Isn't this a burning stick plucked out of the fire?
Now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments, and was standing before the angel. He answered and spoke to those who stood before him, saying,
Take the filthy garments off him.
To him he said,
Behold, I have caused your iniquity to pass from you, and I will clothe you with rich clothing.
I said, Let them set a clean turban on his head. So they set a clean turban on his head, and clothed him. And Yahweh's angel was standing by. Yahweh's angel protested to Joshua, saying,
Yahweh of armies says, If you will walk in my ways, and if you will follow my instructions, then you also shall judge my house, and shall also keep my courts, and I will give you a place of access among these who stand by. Hear now, Joshua the high priest, you and your fellows who sit before you, for they are men who are a sign. For, behold, I will bring out my servant, the branch. For, behold, the stone that I have set before Joshua. On one stone are 7 eyes. Behold, I will engrave its engraving, says Yahweh of armies, and I will remove the iniquity of that land in one day. In that day, says Yahweh of armies, you will invite every man his neighbor under the vine and under the fig tree.
Chapter 4. The angel who talked with me came again and wakened me, as a man who is wakened out of his sleep. He said to me,
What do you see?
I said, I have seen, and behold, a lampstand all of gold, with its bowl on the top of it, and its 7 lamps on it. There are 7 pipes to each of the lamps, which are on the top of it, and 2 olive trees by it, one on the right side of the bowl, and the other on the left side of it. I answered and spoke to the angel who talked with me, saying, What are these, my Lord? Then the angel who talked with me answered me,
Don't you know what these are?
I said, No, my Lord. Then he answered and spoke to me, saying,
This is Yahweh's word to Zerubbabel, saying, Not by might, nor by power, but by my Spirit, says Yahweh of armies. Who are you, great mountain? Before Zerubbabel you are a plain, and he will bring out the capstone with shouts of grace, grace to it.
Moreover, Yahweh's word came to me, saying, The hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house. His hands shall also finish it. And you will know that Yahweh of armies has sent me to you. Indeed, who despises the day of small things? For these 7 shall rejoice, and shall see the plumb line in the hand of Zerubbabel. These are Yahweh's eyes, which run back and forth through the whole earth. Then I asked him, What are these 2 olive trees on the right side of the lampstand and on the left side of it? I asked him the second time, What are these 2 olive branches, which are beside the 2 golden spouts, that pour the golden oil out of themselves? He answered me,
Don't you know what these are?
I said, No, my Lord. Then he said,
These are the 2 anointed ones who stand by the Lord of the whole earth.
Chapter 5. Then again I lifted up my eyes, and saw, and behold, a flying scroll. He said to me,
What do you see?
I answered, I see a flying scroll. Its length is 20 cubits, and its width 10 cubits. Then he said to me,
This is the curse that goes out over the surface of the whole land. For everyone who steals shall be cut off according to it on the one side, and everyone who swears falsely shall be cut off according to it on the other side. I will cause it to go out, says Yahweh of armies, and it will enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him who swears falsely by my name. And it will remain in the middle of his house, and will destroy it with its timber and its stones.
Then the angel who talked with me came forward and said to me,
Lift up now your eyes, and see what this is that is appearing.
I said, What is it? He said,
This is the ephah basket that is appearing.
He said moreover,
This is their appearance in all the land.
And behold, a talent of lead was lifted up.
And this is a woman sitting in the middle of the ephah basket.
He said,
This is wickedness.
And he threw her down into the middle of the ephah basket, and he threw the weight of lead on its mouth. Then I lifted up my eyes, and saw, and behold, there were 2 women, and the wind was in their wings. Now they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephah basket between earth and the sky. Then I said to the angel who talked with me, Where are these carrying the ephah basket? He said to me,
To build her a house in the land of Shinar. When it is prepared, she will be set there in her own place.
Chapter 6. Again I lifted up my eyes, and saw, and behold, 4 chariots came out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of bronze. In the first chariot were red horses, in the second chariot black horses, in the third chariot white horses, and in the fourth chariot dappled horses, all of them powerful. Then I asked the angel who talked with me, What are these, my Lord? The angel answered me,
These are the 4 winds of the sky, which go out from standing before the Lord of all the earth. The one with the black horses goes out toward the north country. And the white went out after them, and the dappled went out toward the south country.
The strong went out, and sought to go, that they might walk back and forth through the earth. And he said,
Go around and through the earth.
So they walked back and forth through the earth. Then he called to me, and spoke to me, saying,
Behold, those who go toward the north country have quieted my spirit in the north country.
Yahweh's word came to me, saying, Take of them of the captivity, even of Heldai, of Tobijah, and of Judea, and come the same day, and go into the house of Josiah, the son of Zephaniah, where they have come from Babylon. Yes, take silver and gold, and make crowns, and set them on the head of Joshua, the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and speak to him, saying, Yahweh of armies says, Behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build Yahweh's temple. Even he shall build Yahweh's temple, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule on his throne. And he shall be a priest on his throne, and the counsel of peace shall be between them both. The crowns shall be to Helam, and to Tobijah, and to Judea, and to Hen, the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in Yahweh's temple. Those who are far off shall come and build in Yahweh's temple. And you shall know that Yahweh of armies has sent me to you. This will happen if you will diligently obey Yahweh your God's voice.